Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous, another magical Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane. We'll be having a 1 vs 1 right here on Holotny Therma. A bit of 1 vs 1 fighting going on here between two experienced players. We'll be watching Mr. Yippekiyay, who we've seen before, fighting for the Russians, the Soviet Union, and the 6th Mechanized Corps comrades. Opposing him shall be Epica, fighting for Deutschland, and the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking. So a bit of action going on here. Two grenadiers out there. Pioneers heading up towards the centre, whereas we are seeing Yippekiyay making a much more directed move towards the field point. So clearly already here there are some slightly different priorities in mind for the two players. Grenadiers arriving here for Epica. Alternating doctrines are Spearhead, Festung Support, and Jäger Infantry. Versus Mr. Yippekiyay's counter-attack tactics, armoured assault, and Soviet shot arms. There's definitely some less than usually seen doctrines here, at least with the counter-attack, which I do feel is a bit of a shame. It's actually a rather interesting sort of commander with some interesting choices, but, well, let's see if Mr. Yippekiyay actually can't do something interesting with it. Points that are being secured. Pioneers, Grenadiers looks like they're now actually making to move towards the fuel point in the south, though less focused and energetic than Yippekiyay's so far. We're seeing 3 Grenadiers. Looks like we're going to have very infantry heavy start here from Epica. And we'll just call him Hans just to get that flavour here against Mr. Yippekiyay, for those that catch the reference. Conscripts moving out. Points being secured in the name of the Vaterland. Ja, we sind Pioniere, yet somehow not quite, because we're not quite proper pioneers, because we're not really assault troops like we actually were. And yes, pioneers were actually some pretty crack assault troops. In fact, they were usually counted amongst the elite division's elite troops alongside the Fusilier Battalion, which was usually composed sort of part, well, elite, but also partly reconnaissance troops of the divisions. Little fun fact, they're running into a bit of a nasty situation there. Apparently had not looked around the corner, instead running straight into 2 conscript squads. We are seeing, though, that Hans is converging numerous infantry squads on this point. We're going to see a larger engagement here, and so far, though, the Russians will certainly find themselves outnumbered. Molotovs are being lobbed right here against the crates. There we go. Nice. He's actually ensuring they can't use the cover at all, forcing further back, though I think he went overboard when he lobbed 2 Molotovs there. And showing he couldn't follow up here against here where the German Grenadiers are just marching in large numbers. Vorwärtsmänner, and we are seeing here that Yippekiyay is conducting a nice retreat as all of these Grenadiers advance, although one squad is looking a bit perilous. Though we are seeing actually that, I mean, he is holding up a bit, and we are seeing though very quickly that Yippekiyay is taking advantage of that. He's realizing, hey, wait, I mean, Yuri, if he's all there, then he's not there everywhere else. Let's take that instead, and, you know, instead of fighting the fascist horde. And there we go. I mean, that was a very nice thought there from Yippekiyay, absolutely getting the weakness right there of what Hans was doing and taking advantage of it. So very well played there. I mean, that is the danger of, you know, just creating one ball of infantry and throwing at the enemy. You're likely to lose the rest of the map. And right there, Hans lies in the middle of the road. Friedrich follows after.
Ready.
A few mines here could quickly also turn quite handy. And there we go. I mean, he's engaged here, but of course, what Heinz doesn't know is, of course, there's a unit on the other side lobbing a Molotov. Oh, well played there. Good use of true sight. Good use, you know, of it overall. Well played. Good job. There's some nice infantry action. Although, again, I think the Germans are going a bit heavy on the Grenadiers, and that could end up biting them in the arse. Also hiccups. Curses. Common engineers joining the fight from a nearby house. Some of the Grenadiers are beginning to look in a rather disastrous condition. Grenadiers arriving with an ND-42. We're actually noting 2 combat engineers and a support weapon company up here for Mr. Yippekiyay, and conscripts forced to retreat. Pulling away as a Maxim machine gun moves up here for Mr. Yippekiyay.
The Russians are coming! Standing by!
Grenadiers moving up.
You have orders? We have it! Was ist los?
Interesting, interesting. Germans, though, now have managed to sort of push through, although with some significant losses.
Yeah?
And right here, they're going to be caught between two combat engineer squads with two opposing buildings. Good job. They're going for the cut-off point, though. Nice, nice, but we might see Yippekiyay react rather swiftly and deftly with a Maxim.
We can now build light mechanized infantry.
Ready?
And there we go. The Grenadiers suffer a bit under the Maxim's firepower. Conscripts following up here in the wake. You might want to shift the Maxim over here to begin firing down on the Grenadiers.
Yes?
And they're hold up here as well. Rifle grenades actually going in, so we are seeing them taking on here for Hans. Moving down there. Conscripts rushing in, trying to flush them out of the cover. I think he should have waited for the Maxim sort of thing to sort of get extra effect, but never mind. And he's moving up. But they're going to move straight into the cover where the flames are. So sort of nine. Nichts zu Feuer. Why are you ordering us into that? And there we go, the Maxim joins in, making this pretty much a very unpleasant stay for the Germans, forcing them away. And again, Hans's troops all of a sudden not doing so well, they are suffering gravely. And so that's a bit the problem with this sort of thing. He's having a bit of a hard time holding the line because he's lacking something that can actually stop the enemy from advancing. Again, he's got some lower number squads, which again does render them a bit weak in, you know, holding up for long amounts of time. And he's not without sufficient amount of light machine guns. There we go. Molotov going off there. Grenadiers pushed away. Ach du lieber. Though we are now actually seeing him getting a half train out. That's actually good. Also, medic bunker on the way. Max is moving up. And mines. Lovely. Great. Splendid. In fact, now we see this map situation is rather reversed. Or we also see some troops making movements towards north. Good job. Always pushing. Always harassing. Mines going up there in the middle of the road, just in case some vehicle might rush in. But even then, you know, ensuring that if Yippekiyay is forced back, there's going to be some nice surprise waiting. But right here, Maxim is supporting the forward push, covering against German counterattacks. Well done. Mitra Schützenpanzerwagen rolling up.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Troops getting pinned to the ground like bugs. And there we go, popping in Grenadiers into the... Oh, lovely, lovely. I think he's probably trying to sort of rush behind the Maxim with it and then pop out the troops, which is lovely. Less lovely is the fact that he might be trying to take the rope, which has just been mined. And there we go. It's sort of blue. You know, Heinz, I don't believe the road was supposed to be mined for this to work.
Our sector. Standing by.
So all of a sudden, Hans's counterattack encountered a bit of a snafu.
Ready?
The enemy is taking our territory.
Communists here, they might soon go up to meet the great socialist republic in the sky. And the Grenadiers are just absolutely getting murdered. Careful, careful. Oh, squad lost right there. Sniper now coming out. Looks like he's going to see if he can't drain out a bit more life from Yippekiyay. Looks like more rifle grenades. There we go. Hard attack though in dire need of repairs. And we're seeing a mortar arriving now from Mr. Yippekiyay, the 82mm mortar. More mines up, lovely. Keep up the mining. Mines there as well, good job. Though he might want to mine his flanks a bit more. He's so far only really mining the core of his territory. The flanks, on the other hand, are left a lot more exposed, which could prove a bit unfortunate. Grenadiers though might move into it. Will they do it? Will they do it? Yes! Oh, 9. Grenadiers holding up here in the church. These Grenadiers still need to pull back. They're not going to have a long and happy life if they don't do that soon. Down to one man. Oh dear, Hans. No, he manages it. He managed to curl up behind the church and get out of there reasonably safe.
We are losing a sector.
The Pioneers are apparently far removed to actually be able to help that half-track, which is a bit unfortunate there for Hans and his troops. Field gun arriving, Yippekiyay taking no chances as to what the fascists might do next. Adding in a field gun for that vital anti-tank, but also a bit of artillery support if necessary. Snipers creeping up, and there we go. Vasily took a bullet to the face.
Awaiting orders.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Grenadiers continue pushing in. Sniper here, though, needs to be careful.
Ready for battle.
There's an awful lot of mines next to him. That was close. Oh, no, 9. No! Good lord, he got killed by a mine.
We are ready! Bastard!
In that case, Hans has clearly underestimated his opponent and is tenacity towards mining, and that has really paid off right there. Once the sniper set off a mine with barely any kills to his name. And we're seeing actually counter-attack tactics in use. Splendid, and Shock 2 was arriving.
Awaiting order!
And there certainly seems to be a bit of a counter-attack in progress right here. Hans's troops are a bit spread out.
Conscript here!
Right here would be good spots to mine, by the way, for Yippekiyay. Half-track still not being repaired. Bit unfortunate that.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Quite a diverse little force here that Mr. Yippekiyay has assembled so far.
Comrades.
Comrade, this territory is ours.
And more mines to celebrate the sniper kill by a mine.
To crush the enemy.
Enemy is engaging us!
We've taken the territory.
We put it as order.
Conscripts moving in there. Nice Molotov here. Looks like Hans wasn't quite paying attention. There we go. Though things are turning a bit against the conscripts right there, and we do see a full retreat in the end, sadly. Mines here would also be good, actually. Pushing up in the south, constantly shifting, going for the cutoff point. Flakpanzer bound up, we're seeing Spearhead as well. We also see a pack with our mortar. Half-track is up here for Hans and his Flakpanzer threatening the lives of the shock troopers.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Conscripts in a bit of trouble. Quick anti-tank grenade though, does the trick. Allowing the conscripts to escape. The mighty Flakpanzer. Field gun though needs to be careful, it's awfully close to the mines, and you know, if that mortar half-track hits one of them, that might actually get the crew. So right there, Yippekiyay, oh, don't do that. Ooh. And we see him popping smoke there, bit of a blunder, bit of a tactical blunder, and we see here that Hans is quickly taking advantage of it, popping smoke, blinding the crew, and let's not just wonder what they used to make the smoke. Then again, there's a flame for a half-track, so if anything that might kill them, of course, that's not really going to matter. And if they did kill them, then probably from something in a longer period of time. Anyways, Flakpanzer here up close. Bit of a blunder again with the field gun. He should have advanced it after something else. You do not send in a support unit at first. It's always behind infantry, something else. So that definitely falls under the category of a bit of a cock-up there from Mr. Yippekiyay.
Enemy forces are neutralizing.
Infantry that continues to sort of push ahead. Apparently those were some retreating troops. I mistook that for something which it wasn't. Staying on the sides of the road, not moving into the middle of the road, of course, the potential mines.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, and then straight into another. Mechanized armor company for Mr. Yippekiyay.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Mortar half-track moving up.
Yes, comrade.
Shifting about here, perhaps worrying about counter-artillery. Maxim setting up, and there we go, for Mother Russia available. Grenadiers quickly retreating. Once more, the tide has shifted now in favour of the Germans once more. There's definitely a lot of sort of changes. And oh, there we go, they bumped both the mines. That's unfortunate, but somehow they managed to survive reasonably well. And we're not all blown into tiny chunks. Shock troopers moving north. Doing some nasty work there to the Grenadiers. Closing them on the run, almost wiping out the entire lot in one go.
You have orders?
And Mechanized Armor Company almost up as well here for Yippekiyay. There we go. And SU-76 right now would actually probably be the best bet, since it provides light artillery, but also quick to deal with the mortar half-track and the flamethrower half-track. But no, instead we're seeing a Katyusha. We also note here that actually Hans was quick to seize the field gun for use for Deutschland.
They've opened up on us!
Well done.
We're under attack! Mines all set! It is ours.
Flakpanzer moving in to deal with some easy targets. So there's the shock troopers in the north. And for some reason also popping some smoke. Not entirely sure why though. Panzergunner is now joined in for Hans's forces.
Waiting for your command.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Conscripts under attack.
We have a new unit.
Definitely in a bit of a bind here. Then again, he's very close to actually being able to call in a KB-1 heavy tank, so that might be what he's actually trying out. And currently that would actually work reasonably well. Unless we put him straight into the two packs here. In which case, of course, it might end up a lot less well. But constant fighting here for the cut-off points.
Under fire! We are taking losses!
Quick retreat there.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
And there we go, the Katyusha reveals itself. And its rockety payload. So far, not really hitting anything. Except the mortar half-track for a bit. That probably could have worked out a bit better. And we're actually seeing an S-35 arriving here. The Soviet tank destroyer.
Enemy contact!
Our territory is
There
falling
we go,
into enemy
anti-tank
hands.
grenade, followed up with a nice hit from the mortar.
Ready.
We are now equipped with a flame.
Flamethrowers up here.
We have orders.
Red Army, at your service.
Yippekiyay certainly needs something to turn the
We have a
tide
new Su-85
for Mother
to
Russia.
deploy.
There we go. S-35 arrives. Could this be it? Or will he need something else? And there we go. We're going to see a large engagement here with shock troopers getting caught in an awful lot of fire. Other panzergunners, mortars, shock troopers, panzergunners, conscripts, mortar rounds, grenades of all kinds flying around. Shock troopers don't need to retreat. S-35 moves up, Maxim there. Katyusha rockets firing in as well. Panzer getting caught straight in the line of fire of the machine gun here. Oh dear. And get wiped out there. That's definitely going to hurt a bit. Grenadiers flanking in, though they might quickly get stopped here by the Maxim. Quickly turning up. The nice flank there from the grenadier conscript inside the house. Catching the grenadiers on several sides in a nasty deluge of fire.
We're under attack! The enemy has fired
Continuing headbutt, getting caught on a very vicious set of bullets there from the grenadiers with the light machine gun. Quick Molotov.
Do you need something?
Forces those away. And now we can definitely consider getting up a KB-1. He could also make his go at the B4 howitzer, also known as Stalin's sledgehammer.
Ready!
Flakpanzer once more makes its push, though this time around, of course, there's going to be a bit of a contender here for something that might actually put an end to it. And there we go. Oh, nice hit on the mortar by the mortar half track. And there we go. Flakpanzer kaput. The S-35 did the trick. Another Katyusha barrage. Telemine's now going down in return here from Hans.
It is ours!
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Katyusha,
Enemy down.
I think they might have destroyed a mine, but that's about it. Yes, glorious victory for Mother Russia. We destroyed a fascist mine. You know, Yuri, that's not so much about hurrahing about. Shut up! Or are you a fascist spy? No? Good.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Another push here, infantry leading the way.
Under fire.
Mortifying, and then we've got a flakpanzers up here from Epica. He's taking a very, Hans, he's taking a very large flanking route here. Oh, conscripts moving in straight next to them. Oh! Always be careful around your own mines. Never, if you can avoid it, moving to your own mines. That's what he didn't do here. And the flakpanzer cooked it off. Oh, good lord. There we go. Finally, the Katyusha actually managed to kill something.
Watch out!
But now the flakpanzer's flanking in, going after the mortar. HU-5 though, he's trying to stop with the focus sights. He can better react, but no, dear lord. Katyusha went down to the flakpanzer, popping smoke.
One of our armored vehicles.
The bastard.
Engineers
And a quick blitzkrieg just to be sure he's safe.
What do you want, comrade?
That was definitely an unfortunate turn of events right there for Mr. Yippekiyay, and it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is the Russians are a bit in trouble at the moment. That flakpanzer really just did a number on them, took out an infantry squad, took out a Katyusha. That's not to say all hope is out. He's still got some units out on the field. He's got an SU-5 which will still present quite the threat to Hans and his troops. But, you know, things could be better. He needs to get out some more mines, and more specifically, he needs to actually mine the stuff on his flanks. He needs to be less zealous about mining the centre, though. Again, he needs to actually get it back before he can even do that. He needs to try and also get off some flanks and, you know, be mindful of the Ostwind. A KV-1 right now might actually work, since it would be able to soak up a lot of damage from what most of Hans can currently master at him and also reasonably deal with it. That would be one option. He could also make a go here for the B4 and basically just try to fire off one hell of a shot that does a lot of damage to Hans's troops. Of course, he'd also try and make one hell of a push using from Mother Russia, but then again, he doesn't quite have enough infantry to really make it work. And of course, he's going to need more infantry sooner or later, but right now I think a K1 worked nicely. Perhaps an SU-6 adds a bit of light artillery and again some more volume of fire. But again, more infantry will definitely be needed, otherwise, I mean, he's not going to keep up this for long. Also, more mines, obviously. Imamiaminen. Otherwise there are going to be trouble, and that SU-5 needs to get up there before the field gun knocks it out. In which case it's going to be a bit painful for Mr. Yippekiyay. He's still got the victory points as advantage, but that's currently really it. Popping over here too, Hans has definitely got the infantry advantage. Armour sort of mixed, though he's definitely got plenty of anti-tank guns to put a stop to any enemy advances. That's definitely going to be something in his favour. Currently, of course, he could try and get himself some Sturmgeschütz or a Panzer IV to sort of add into things. I mean, getting more armour would be nice. More mines would also be nice, though he definitely needs to sort of clear up his flanks as well, because currently they are rather risky and rather exposed. So something to shore that up would be nice. Of course, he could also basically just wait a few more minutes and call in a Tiger, which might also actually be a rather nice idea. We're basically talking about 4 minutes, then he gets a Tiger, and that's definitely going to make things a lot harder for Mr. Yippekiyay, although he's still got the SU-5, so obviously it's not just going to be game over. Unless Mr. Yippekiyay does something really, really silly. So let's return to the fight. Panzerfaust obviously going off there, the SU-5. Shock troop is quick to flank. And grenade right on the grenadiers. Didn't do as much perhaps Mr. Yippekiyay had hoped, but nonetheless he's pushing with his PPH-41s. Does a nasty bit of damage there. Also moves them in and sort of waits with the grenadiers, try to retreat a bit too quickly. They will be cut down by the shock troopers. And there we go. Oh, he didn't get that one squad, though, a bit unfortunate. Field gun, though, is exposed now and could easily be hunted down with infantry. Another field gun up here for Mr. Yippekiyay. And the Maxim's actually moving up here. I'm not entirely sure what's moving in there. He must know there's an Ostwind nearby, so I think that really just needs to retreat before it's too late. That was definitely a bit risky.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Interesting enough, the shock troopers actually retreated in the face of those grenadiers. Not entirely sure why.
The Russians are coming!
Mortar still at the front line. Close to hitting the grenadiers there, and they are actually close to hitting the mine there. Granaten Verwagen continues to fight heroically. Panzer IV on the way. SU-5 repair, and there we go. Field barrels going in, trying to get those grenadiers. We're all retreating, instead he just ends up cooking off the mine. Bit of a shame there. S-35 pushing ahead.
The enemy is taking our
Achtung,
territory.
flakpanzer.
Anti-tank gun firing on us.
Looks like he's making a run there for the mortar and immediately coming up firing from the S-35 and the field gun. He needs to be careful since, of course, it will now be giving more experience to his opponent. Of course, that S-35 could easily much quicker vet up if he's careless with that flak panzer. But now Panzerkampfwagen has arrived here for the 5th SS, and at the same time the south is falling. There's not a lot of light machine guns for his grenadiers. He might want to work with that.
We are losing a sector.
And for some, oh, I think that might have been a misclick here. Misclick. Oh no. There we go. Veterans who won for the Su-85. And the field gun gets a kill, so I definitely think that was a massive misclick from Hans. I'm sure he's currently regretting that.
Germany now holds the
Ready
victory
for
point.
orders. The squad of pioneers has arrived.
More pioneers arriving.
Yeah.
Panther forming up to support the front. And there we go. The KB-1, the Clement Borisov tank. Nice hit there on the Panther 4 with the field gun. S-35 needs to go up here.
Standing by! Taking Soviet fire!
KB heavy tank advancing. At the exact same gun as the T-34. The thing that made it different though was the much heavier armour. Which definitely, in the early war, gave the Germans quite a bit of a headache, and even the mid-war actually had them to pause up a bit. Panther 4, though, looks it might go down. S-35 also closing in on Veterans 2, and there we go. Destroyed engine. S-35 needs to be careful, and there we go. Panzer 4 kaput. Can he get that Ostwind? Very close, very close. Oh, Veterans 2, in fact, for the S-35, increasing accuracy and rate of fire. Interesting enough, he's not moving in the KB-1 to try and hunt down the Ostwind, and we do see he's a bit too late as the Ostwind then blitzes away to safety. S-35 now seeing tracking up, but oh no. Pack faulty opening up. Then again, there might be a chance here for the KB-1 to flank it. Oh, that was bloody close. That was bloody close. That was a bit of luck there from Yippekiyay. Saved his S-35 Veterans 2. KB-1 moving in. And there we go, making very short work of the pack crew. Also note, fun fact, some of the Soviet heavier tanks actually had machine guns in the rear of the turret. Very fun fact. Oh, the S-35 actually hit its own! Good lord, Yuri.
Has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
And the pack got wrecked as well.
We have new units.
That's definitely going to hurt.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Definitely a bit of a beating right there. 2 Huns. Maxim bat on the field. Field gun moving up. We do got some troops sneaking about here in the south. That is lovely. That is good. Keep up the pressure. Now though, the Maxim is running into a bit of trouble. Pentagon machine gun up there. Ostwind in dire need of repairs. That's definitely not going to be the front line for some time. KB-1 might want to turn around though. Gonna use a bit of a bad situation here. Veterans in 2 more. Oh, there we go. Nice hit, almost wiping out the entire Grenadier squad. KB-1 close to Veterans 1. And there we go. Got the Grenadier squad. And the light machine gun. Veterans 1 there for the KB-1. Definitely putting closer to KB Veterans 2. S-35 in dire need of repairs. That needs to happen quickly. Again, the faster we can get repaired, the faster we can get back and begin shooting the enemy. And I mean, with a Veterans 2 S-35 and a KB-1 that's closing on Veterans, we can actually begin exerting a lot of pressure on Hans, in particular, if it does it in the correct way. I mean, it's really going to be difficult for Hans to maintain a frontline position. Also, that Veterans 2 mortar, and that can be used for some of the pressure that pack to force it back. So that's something you consider. And there we go. We have to see here, we're using the spear doctrine. He's calling in a bit of reconnaissance here to sort of get an idea where the Germans are. I mean, the Russians are. Not the other way around. Also looks like a fresh Granatenwerferwagen has been summoned. Ostwind ready as well. Once more. And of course he knows that the S-35 is not going to be coming anytime soon, so he might be pushing ahead a bit. He also knows where the enemy mortar is. Of course he's going to be going after that with his mortar half-track. Though interesting enough, not with an incendiary round.
Panzer! We're taking panzer fire!
K1 here going after some infantry. Panzerfaust fails to penetrate. What a shame.
Flakpanzers in combat!
And flakpanzer here at work down south. Shock troopers encountering a bit of a nightmare at the hands of the tires worth of rounds. S-35 ready for combat. K1 next needs repairs. And looks like the maximum went down here to a nice mortar hit.
Track ready.
Gunneers moving after the mortar crew but encounters the KV-1. Judiciously firing everything out. Oh, the gunners are much too close to each other. Oh, KV-1 though managed to miss. Bloody well done there, Fedorov. And there we go, Grenadiers almost wiped out. Do be careful about things like that. I mean, that's only going to be a little blow if he loses another squad like that to the KV-1. And there we go, the KV-1 is just an infantry killer. Good lord. Ach, too good. And Panzer Grenadier on the way here for Hans. KV-1 though needs the repairs. And we're seeing actually a second KV-1 up here for Mr. Yippekiyay. More heavy armor ramming here for the mechanized corps. And wiping out half a Grenadier squad again. This time he managed to Panzerfaust in the rear. Lovely. Again, swift repairs are needed on. Looks like though he has very few combat engineers. And those that are there are not repairing. That's really bad. Again, once you sort of get enough, you really need to focus your combat engineers and pioneers on repairing. Oh dear, veterans, 2 aircraft going in. Something up in the north. If he's shooting his own, KV-1 with that, S-35. Don't, oh, no, good lord. Good lord. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, do be careful about moving your tanks close. I mean, this was clearly, you know, just an insane bit of luck there for Hans. I mean, an aircraft crashing straight into his own 2 tanks like that, but then, was it really necessary to bring up that S-35 there? No, not really. And again, you know, that tank should have been pulled back from the front line. It was just, you know, basically a pair of bad decisions, just sort of, you know, by chance becoming an absolutely rubbish decision due to luck. But again, that sort of luck, I mean, luck in its nature is just mainly about, you know, different decisions ending up, you know, either turning out well or really badly. People just tend to think luck is a lot random. It's not necessarily, it's just, you know, bad luck tends to be a really bad decision which normally might not be caught, getting caught, just like good luck as well. Again, something that might not always work, but again, you're working. And in this case, though, again, generally you don't move tanks that close together. I mean, it could have been something else. It could have wiped them out. And again, there was no reason to move. They should have fired there. But again, I mean, still, it looked bloody spectacular, you know, just an aircraft crashing straight into them. Good lord. Not what we usually get, but I'm imagining, though, that Mr. Yippekiyay is not really going Yippekiyay. He's probably pretty pissed. And I certainly wouldn't blame him. But again, that KV-1 should have been pulled back for repairs. And those 35 definitely shouldn't have been anything doing up there anyways. So it's just a bit awkward. So yeah, I mean, it's sort of a punishment, though, of course. It's a bit of a rare divine one. And obviously, I mean, sucks for anyone it happens to, but in essence, though, it really shouldn't have been like that in the first place. Those things shouldn't have been near each other. So again, there's a little there to learn from, but, you know, otherwise, you know, it just looks pretty cool. Veterans of 3 mortar, though, that's lovely. And we're seeing more armor arriving here for Hans. Now a Sturmgeschütz has arrived. We're seeing more shock troopers arriving.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
KV-1 here is also fine repaired, but again, rather a shame that KV-1. It could have been Veterans 2, which definitely would have made a lot more fun.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Hey, T-gun here. We are ready for any.
Another aircraft. That Austrian though is turning out to be quite the lethal bastard and actually ending up punishing Yippekiyay for a lot of little silly mistakes again. You know, initially the first, you know, having his troops too close to the mines. As opposed to call it Nemesis. Because it seems to be punishing the hubris of Mr. Yippekiyay repeatedly. Yeah, in fact, I will call it Nemesis. Now getting an H-85, that's probably not a bad idea. Stormgeschütz moving up. Getting off a nice hit on the K1, or sort of. Shark troops moving ahead, but they're just getting caught in the middle of all of this. And quickly run off. In fact, they might get killed. Also, little fun fact, there was a variant of the KB-1 which actually was faster, but slightly less armoured. Besides, you know, the KB-2 and the KB-8, and of course the KB-85, which had the exact same gun as the T-3045 and the H-35. And a slightly different tread. I believe it was using from the IS-1 actually. It was sort of a thing while they were working on getting the IS-2. They bought sort of basically sort of out the KB-85. Quick and hit down the gun. Nice hit. H-85 moving up. Field gun up and getting nastily flanked, and of course the mortar half tanks are not helping. Field gun in a serious amount of trouble.
This land belongs to all of us. The sector is at risk. Engineer standing by. Assault gun ready for action.
Ooh, very close to getting that mortar half tank. Stuke moving up to take on the H-35. Panzer IV moving in. Oh, damn it, engine. K1 moving in to sort of save the situation. But not soon enough, and the H-35 goes down. That was rather unfortunate. But Mr. Yippekiyay is becoming increasingly combat ineffective. Now things are really beginning to hurt. And all the little bad decisions again just coming back to haunt him quite severely.
KV-1 here. What is it? Only 200 points remain. Double your efforts.
Field gun standing by.
Ready.
I don't know if you should be calling in more air reconnaissance, considering how it went last time. And again, note that veteran to Ostwind does become better at shooting down aircraft. And there we go. Pretty quickly shot down this time, though it doesn't look like anyone was caught. But, you know, it could have happened again. But do not underestimate a 2 flakpanzer. Field gun recruit. KB-1 moving ahead.
Fleet has arrived. Shock troops here. Engineer standing by.
Enemy tank firing on us.
Flakpanzer 1 still trying to flank. KB-1 opening up.
You have orders.
KB-1 might. Oh. Careful, careful. You don't want to leave your rear exposed. If you go hunting down that Ostwind.
Yes, comrade.
Careful, 4/6, whatever, in Russian. And looks like he's very intent on getting vengeance for all the damage that flakpanzer has done.
Remember him.
And Panzer Faust actually damaging the engine again.
Under armor attack.
Can he get the flakpanzer? Can he get it? Smoke. Field gun needs to turn about. No, he's moving it, he's moving it. Oh no, the flakpanzer might escape the vengeance of the Soviet army. Oh no, it's actually happening. Oh, good lord. He keeps bungling up.
Enemy forces are capturing
So close, yet once more. The wicked Ostwind escapes, twirling its mustache, while coming out with a sinister laugh. You will never catch me, Russian Huns.
We are down to 100 points.
I, von evil flakpanzer, will be victorious. And there we go. Tiger tank arrives. That's pretty much the final nail in the coffin. The coup de grace. Let's just speed this up a bit.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture. The sector has been cut off. What is ours? Heavy cavalry standing by.
The enemy has our aid!
And there we go. I mean, the K1's definitely not going to stand a chance against all that firepower. In particular, not firepower of that magnitude. And that K1's definitely not going to escape. So there we go. Gute Nacht. Field gun firing away. And there we go. K1 down.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
You can't kill all of us! We have all our contact! We're here!
Black Panther moving in.
Taking fire! The target! Squad standing by! Enemy AT-3 under attack! We're taking infantry fire!
Field gun very dead.
One of infantry has been killed. Death before retreat.
And there we go, game over. Mr. Yippekiyay realises the fight is lost. And I definitely have to name this Austrian flakpanzer the hero of this fight, at least the hero of Germany. I'm pretty sure in Russia that Austrian flakpanzer is going to be forever reviled. I mean, that was really just one nasty flakpanzer. It might not directly in some cases done a lot of damage, but ultimately its mere presence just ended up punishing Mr. Yippekiyay for otherwise small mistakes. Ended up suddenly getting punished by, you know, the hand of God itself in the case of those two tanks. Again, not the best maneuver, but usually not something you'd see punished with instant destruction. But in this case, you know, Gott mit uns apparently applied, and God struck them down with their own aircraft. So again, the Nemesis flakpanzer strikes. And again, normally you wouldn't see this, and again, will not blame anyone who thinks, you know, this is a bit, you know, too much. But ultimately, again, I also have to accept the fact, you know, again, those were two poorly positioned tanks. They shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. They shouldn't have been engaging like that. They should have been pulled back. Or the HL5 should have been trying to take shots at infantry like that, and in the end, you know, he got punished. So, I mean, there's, in this case, something to both sides, but also, I mean, again, this Austrian was just evil. Pure, unbridled evil, and it was fun. Again, the Nemesis flakpanzer crewed by von evil flakpanzer of the notorious von evil flakpanzer of West Prussia. Otherwise, I mean, you know, Mr. Yippekiyay played nicely, but again, you know, he focused a bit too much on the centre, I think, with the mines. He should have had some more mines up here where there were barely any. He did very little to cover his flanks, and I think that was one of his problems, because clearly, you know, his opponents were quite fond of going up there. And that was actually quite nicely done. I mean, he kept pressing elsewhere. He didn't just, you know, try to badge a wall in. He kept trying to flank around. He kept trying to, you know, find a weak spot. That was great. That was well played there. I mean, Mr. Epica also had some nice moves, but again, it was undermined by his weak protection of the flanks and a bit of some of his problem with armor. Again, he was much too slow in getting those K1s repaired time and time again and getting them back into the fight. That also bit him a bit in the arse. So obviously you could say that lost him the fight, but ultimately it was in all the other decisions which ultimately, you know, punished him much harder in the end. He could also still to be a bit more aggressive in some cases when, you know, Mr. Epica tool was actually much weaker than it would actually have seemed. He overall did well. I would have liked to have seen something else than just Gunners in the beginning, and it could also have ended up biting him in the arse, but ultimately he pulled through, though he did actually lose a lot of Gunners to those, for example, K1s, and that's quite nice to see. And of course, the German player. More Dukes could have been nice, but, you know, also nice usage of the mortar half. But overall, I mean, he really, you know, got the most out of that flakpanzer. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned a thing or two or three. If you did, why not subscribe to your friends? If you did, well, why not provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.